Hi there, I'm Bernice Abubedu and this is Joy News Interactive. I'm here to mirror your comments to the rest of the world, and we are live on Joy News on Multi-TV, DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Loads to discuss today, and you can drop your comments on our Facebook page, Joy News on TV. Togo has had some political unrest now, and well, the US has spoken, but it appears like ECOWAS and AU are silent on the matter. And guess our throwback for today. Well, ready, set, go. First off, you know how people have, for some time, quite a lot of time if you ask me, bemoaned the treatment meted out to them when they apply for visas. Well, their pleas may be yielding results soon. This is because Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Quay, has directed Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee to investigate allegations of unfair treatment meted out to Ghanaians who are applying for visas at various embassies. MP for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, on Wednesday made a statement on the floor of the House, citing lack of decent waiting area, huge charges as application fees, unclear guidelines, among others, as challenges facing many Ghanaians when they put up applications or when they put in applications. What do you make of this? And if you have any experience to share, I'll be glad to let the rest of the world know. Quickly on to Facebook, Khalil Maestro says, if we and our leaders start to value our country more than any country, then this nonsense, he refers to it as, from other countries will stop. But until then, we should expect worse things than we're experiencing. These MPs are complaining for themselves, according to Khalil Maestro, and not for the benefit of the Ghanaian populace. Interesting. Thanks for your comment, Khalil. Chris Jackson says, for once, he thinks Mr. Okudzeto has spoken some sense, and he seconds him on this particular motion. Ghanaians must be treated fairly at various embassies. Kofi Che says, kudos to the Honorable MP. Until now, Chinese could come to Ghana and apply for visas on arrival, but Ghanaians have to prove heaven and earth before we can get a Chinese visa. Okay, says enough with this. He calls it inferiority complex. Okay. Nee Shadow says, it's good to see such a great move. I hope they get to the bottom of this. He adds, it's very bad to see how Ghanaians are treated at the embassies, considering expensive fees charged by those various embassies, which are not refundable, waiting in a long queue in the sun with harsh treatment, being denied the visa with no tangible reasons despite the provision of valid documents. Prince Nuruddin Baumia, he says, I think this unfair treatment comes as a result of the recent visa fraud brouhaha, where MPs were alleged to have flouted some laws. But Prince, are you claiming in any way that this never happened prior to this particular brouhaha you refer to it as? I'm not sure. But Bentil Prince says, seriously, I wonder why they do this to us, but still operate on our land. What perception have they got about the country for such unfair treatment? Mr. President, visit them one day and let them stop immediately. They've lost respect for the country. But Bentil, I'm sure you know that the land they are operating on technically is the U.S. property. That's if you're at the U.S. embassy or whichever embassy it is, it belongs to that country technically, and not for Ghana. So yeah, the president, maybe he could just visit them, but he's not their president. Anyway, Edward Miller says our MPs are to make laws on our behalf, and if they've seen this unwanted behaviors, then the Speaker has done well for directing the affairs to the Foreign Affairs Committee. I'm sure you mean. Nana Adjoa Chumwa says, it's good because I went to renew my passport last year at the Ghana UK Embassy, and it cost £180 just for renewal. But Nana, I think we're talking about two different things here. You, I guess you're Ghanaian. You went to the Ghanaian embassy in the UK. Maybe we should forward this to the committee so they also look into this, because what they're really looking into is how embassies of foreign countries treat Ghanaians. But that's a good point. We'll forward it to the Foreign Affairs Committee. Moving on, it's every government's responsibility to make the lives of the citizens better. And usually, government does that by embarking on some projects. For example, we've had the construction of some major roads and schools and hospitals, and the list goes on and on. But some people think it's utterly unnecessary for government or the president to commission every completed project. What do you think? Is it necessary? I mean, we sometimes it's in the full glare of the public. We all know that this road has been constructed or the hospital has been built. But some argue the president doesn't need to commission every completed project. Here are some of your thoughts. And Khalil Maestro says serious-minded leaders will not be going around commissioning uncompleted projects when pupils are studying under very harsh conditions. Well, Khalil, the question is completed. But anyway, I appreciate your comment. And Anan Kansa is asking, why not? Maxwell Kujo says, yes, they have to complete them because, well, I'm sure you mean they're using our money, capital, to issue those projects or to fund those projects. Kofi Kumson says, I think it's not necessary because the MMCs and some of the government appointees can do some of these jobs. Nasir Hassan Yaima says it's not necessary. It's just a waste of resources and to earn political points. That's always the question. Always the statement, isn't it? That yes, despite the project being in the full glare of everybody, you need to score a political point, especially if it is a government promise or a promise that was made before the government was elected into office. Umbo says, yep, or, oh, right, that's quite harsh. No, we want your father to commission that. Marcel Gabriel says, why not? It should, so the opposition party would know the good works done by the government. So are you suggesting that if the government or the president doesn't commission that project, nobody in that particular opposition party would know that this has been done? Well, and Kofi Che says, yes, government should, but not the president all the time. Okay. Na Gamda says, oh, I'm sorry. Samuel Awotre says, no, is a waste of fuel. Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, yes, of course, he thinks the president should actually be commissioning these completed projects. Interesting comments you're sharing with us here on Joy News Interactive. Now let's talk about Togo now. For some time now, that particular country, which is Ghana's neighbor, has had some unrest. The United States says it is concerned about the increasingly deteriorating political situation in Togo, the use of excessive force by security forces or protesters. That particular one was of concern. That was in a statement issued by U.S. Department of State spokesperson Heather Nauert. Now, it added violence and restrictions on rights of people were of concern to the U.S. And some people have been wondering, in fact, I have also been wondering why regional blocs like the ECOWAS and the AU are silent on the matter. Yes, we know that the president of Togo, Faure Singbe, is the chairperson of ECOWAS, but does that stop the body from commenting on what is happening in Togo? Eunice Shan says, what should be understood is that the U.S. isn't part of ECOWAS or AU. We shouldn't allow external forces to poke their noses into our affairs, especially, okay, after what they did to Nkrumah, Sankara, Lumumba. He goes on and on and on. Says, let's deal with the problems on our own. But the problem, Eunice, is that we know people have died as a result of the violence in Togo, but yet nothing from ECOWAS, nothing from the AU. Does that show that we are solving our own problems? There are two replies to Eunice's comment there, and I would like to see what people think about what he just posted. Jackson, all right, is actually not interested in what he's saying. Ahia Blessivia says, meaning what is wrong. It needs to be condemned. Since our leaders are full of hypocrisy, he says, if it's an Arab country, we'll be saying religious groups. France should act like they did to Libya. Kwame Bwedu Kisi says, I say they should concentrate on dealing with their internal matters. Things like American cops using excessive force on black people. That's an interesting one. 18 replies. 19 now. Intechi 1 says excessive. Okay, Darko Enoch says very true. Black Lives Matter. But Bobby says, seriously, they're killing innocent black people over there in the US and you're not bothered. Oh, so this is almost like we are asking, or the comment is asking America to cure itself before it pokes its nose into other people's matters. But really, Ajuman Elvis says, when you see the USA behaving this way, you should know there's something they are demanding that the president of Togo is not given or given. Asari Godfred says, incompetent, corrupt African leaders will wait for people to die and the Western countries intervene. Then you see them crying that Westerners are wicked. Okay, he thinks ECOWAS and AU haven't done too well. He uses a word I don't want to repeat. Bayer Jeremiah says, has anybody complained that the election of into power was fraud? Has the president violated any constitutional provisions in the performance of his duties? He has a lot of questions over there. But John De Porres Mark says, we are quick to jump on our leaders because confused America has something to say. The brutality America perpetrates against its black population has never been condemned by America, yet they go around causing insurrections and pretending to care. Eugene Gorman says, US should rather worry about how one citizen at a time takes up a gun to kill tens of human beings right before their nose, referring to that one involving Stephen Paddock, who killed over 50 people. Interesting. I don't know if anybody in the Department of State of the US is actually watching this. I hope so, because a lot of people aren't excited that there are a lot of issues in the US that are not being dealt with yet. The US wants to involve itself in what's happening in Togo. Agbena Kojo Donald says, I don't know why Ghana's president is silent till now. He should know that if what is happening in Togo continues, it will affect Ghana. And that's from Kojo Donald. Hussein Yakub says, I wonder why AU and the ECOWAS are silent on this issue. Okay, he adds that for Nyasingbe should resign. Victor Bachet says, a torch has been lit. We are only waiting for the final victory. And Salih says, emancipate yourselves from, okay, sorry, I missed that, apologies. And he says, all right, sorry, we missed it again. I think we're having some problems there, but we'll quickly rectify it and bring you more. This one says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. That's from Ibn Adam. And Mark Data Emmanuel Eliklim says, France continued. Silence is making me mad in Ghana. Okay, you are saying that France should say something about this. They were able to support some Western powers fight and overthrow Colonel Gaddafi in Libya. But for Togo, says hypocrisy at one corner. And Ron Khan says, I've been following this development for a while and I'm highly disappointed in our African leaders. No one is interested in the citizens' grievance. Well, he says he's sad as an African. Yabwa Solomon says, AU and ECOWAS sides and says, are more or less white elephants. A lot of comments coming in here on Joy News Interactive. We'll take a quick breather. When we come back, I'll be bringing you something on sports. You don't want to miss it. Please don't go away.
Public prosecutor Yazo. Wallahi. Public prosecutor Yazo. Wallahi. Hey. Yes. That is the Minister of Justice and Attorney General. Public prosecutor Yazo. IGP. Salute me anytime. Yes, I'm a sir. Call me. Don't come with them. I'll make some water bill. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on. The Minister of Communication. Minister of Communication.
English side, Manchester United has been named the most valuable team brand by Forbes. The Old Trafford outfit, they're valued as they're the most valuable team brand across all sports, behind the Dallas Cowboys, New York Yankees, and Los Angeles Lakers. And a lot of you, yes, a lot of you Manchester United fans can't keep silent over this. And Edu Jamefi says, hashtag glory, glory, Man United, GGMU. David Ofosu-Apia says, hashtag Manchester United, we are top, stroke, and classy. Khalil Maestro laughs and says, valuable on face value, but not on the pitch. Ooh, ouch. My producer is not happy because he's a Manchester United fan. Praise Nuruddin Bamia says, congratulations, Manchester United. And Bayo Jeremiah says, yeah, this is very true and very authentic. Nasius Na says, they are wrong. It's Chelsea. Forbes is wrong. Whoa, okay. Esiedu L. Bobby Jr. says, cheer. And Precious is actually dancing. She's turned herself into a teacup or a coffee cup or something of the sort, and she's dancing to that. But for our Throwback Thursday today, we are asking you, there's a particular photo and a question to it is, when was this and why was Stephen Appiah so furious? I remember that like it was yesterday. My heart was literally broken. But let's see if some of you remember that, and if you can tell us exactly when that was. Dixon says this was the day Stephen Appiah failed to stamp his authority as captain of Black Stars by allowing Asamoah Gyan to break the heart of Ghana. Okay, Andrews Potaki says Angola 2010 World Cup, Ghana versus Uruguay, when Ghana had a penalty kick to qualify to the next stage, when Luis Suarez became an automatic goalkeeper and caught the massive header from Dominic Etia, which would have been a goal. Captain of the team by then, Stephen Appiah, made a move for the kick, but Asamoah Gyan, okay, says full of pride, dashed in and took a bad kick just to be saved. But was it saved or hit the post? It hit. Oh, right, because I think I remember the bar, rather, not the post. It hit the bar up there. Marco Mate says, what shows he would have scored? I only see Stephen's passion. Capitano 1, you're missed. Kwabna Kessie says, no one is vigilant and sharp as a guy. Waiting for his new girlfriend on Sunday. He hears the sound of spirit and humor. Hey, what has this got to do with what we're asking? Anyway, Bismarck Power says 2010 South Africa World Cup. Okay, with missed a penalty of Gyan at the die minutes of the game between Ghana and Uruguay. Earlier, someone said Angola 2010, but Angola hasn't hosted the World Cup, have they? So that was wrong. But he gave us a long list of things, but it was actually in South Africa. Edith Appiah says, it was in South Africa, Ghana, Uruguay. Asamoah Gyan broke my heart. Edith, I'm with you. I feel your pain. You say you'll never forget. And Suarez, I mean, actually, that night, it was tough for me. Eugene Kumi thinks that we were not so smart and that Appiah was not furious. He was just encouraging Gyan. Oh, wow. Really? Is that how to encourage someone? After they miss a penalty with your finger in their face like that? Oh, when I see you, Eugene, I'll be talking to you like that. I hope you see it as encouragement because it's rather interesting to me. Praise Nuruddin Baumia says, to be frank, I don't know why the former skipper was furious on the pitch. And Kai Kowo says, 2010 World Cup, when Gyan hit the crossbar with a penalty kick against Uruguay with Stephen Appiah, when Stephen Appiah wanted to take that, but John Mensah took the ball from him and gave it to Gyan. Christiana Saman says, World Cup, after losing the penalty kick, Papa Stephen said, I told you you can't play. That's her own interpretation to that photo. I told you can't play. And Nana Prempe says, oh, I mean, Asamoah Gyan says that particular kick also affected him. I'm not sure you want to refer to it the way you are. I'm sorry, I can't read that. I can't really echo your sentiments, Nana Prempe. Precious Princessa says, when Asamoah missed the penalty, she's laughing out loud at her own comment. Kofi Eriki thinks it's not necessary. It's just a throwback, guys. Just take it easy. And Nana Go World Cup says 2010 at South Africa. It was a match between Ghana and Uruguay. Stephen Appiah was mad at Asamoah Gyan when he failed to score the penalty kick. I'll end with Fred Kofi. Says South Africa 2010 FIFA World Cup. That was the first time I experienced the monster called Broken Heart. I feel your pain, brother. But that'll be all on this particular one and for the entire edition of Joy News Interactive. My name is Benis Abubedu. Don't forget, we are very interactive throughout the day. If you haven't liked our page, get on to Joy News on TV on Facebook. Also follow us on Twitter. Our name is Joy News on TV. I leave you with our video of the day. You take care. I'll see you again.
Your Honor, the account old man say that the one who crammed a good tea, that one, you push him. As you can see, this man is my colleague. He have come to push me.
Not your client?
No.
Why?
Why? Why have this man? Your Honor, why dear, why? Because the case I bring you is a case of a this thing. National, national alibi. So, my colleague have come to tell me what to say. Thank you, my Honor.
This is your colleague?
Yeah.
Interesting.
From the Ghana School of the Law, Kejetia.
This is very interesting. My first time.
Yeah.
Yes. Me too, my first time.
Of what?
Of
Priest. Rise up.
Of this court. I killed many courts in other areas. This is the one I'm coming to spoil for the last.
Honor, let me take you to...
Tag me. Panyai. Your Honor, this is where I've come in.
Okay.
My name is Marcelo.
Okay.
Marcelo something.
And the something is part of your name?
A little technical hitch here and there, so I forget my surname.
Okay. Marcelo, let's hear you.
Yes. Your friend here is saying that my learned college is saying siren. No, we are not saying siren. He said that when the people of government are going out, they use alarm. Whoa!
Lord, it is the same thing.
Yeah.
Siren, alarm, it is the same thing.
Objection, who tell you?
Who tell you?
It's the siren that blows it.
You blow your own horn.
Yeah. My Lord, where is this going to?
Otherwise, I blow your brains out.
My Lord, I take that as a threat against the learned colleague.
You are welcome.